Okay, so this is the summary from previous procedures. First, you have to select your study notes, okay, from your unit. Okay, you try to identify which is a major process vessel, which one is a major process line, which one is the pumps and compressor, and so on. Okay, then you can pick a process parameters before you choose your guide words. Okay, study notes, process parameters, and guide words. These are the three main elements in HAZOP studies. Okay, notes, process parameters, and also guide words. Okay, and guide words. Okay, if you already understand which one is your notes, your process parameters, and guide words, this combination of guide information will help you to identify the cause of deviation. Okay, deviation or your hazards. All right. Okay, later on we will see how this can be translated into HAZOP studies. Okay, so you have your guide words. Okay, this is the guide words. No, none, more, less. Okay, this is the guide words. So the meaning is what you already understand previously. Okay, no is a negation of intention. You have more is a quantitative increasing. Okay, less is a quantitative decreasing amount. Okay, these guide words, okay, can be referred in your textbook. Okay, we just introduce what is the guide word for you. Okay, none, more, less, part of, more than, other than, reverse, and so on. All right, so this is the same guide words, okay, from another reference. Okay, all right, this is the combination from your guide words and your process parameters. Okay, so this is your guide words. Okay, this is your guide word, and this is your process parameters. Okay, guide word and process parameters. Remember previously we have the meaningless word. Okay, meaningless combination. Okay, so these notes already identify which one is the good combination and which one is the useless combination. Okay, for example, temperature. All right. Okay, temperature. There are no combination of no, not, or none with temperature, none temperature, or no temperature. Okay, just high temperature. Okay, high temperature, less temperature, or lower temperature, and also slower or faster increasing of temperature. Okay, so this is the guidelines, okay, for you to look what is the valid combination for your process parameters and also your guide words. Okay, so basically these guide words and process parameter will relate back to your process units. Okay, or your notes. Okay, your notes and your process units. Okay, because some words or some combination will work, or but some combination will not work in that scenario. Okay, so basically it is note by note case. Okay, this is example, your process variable or process parameters and guide words. Okay, so you can have a you can look all of these in these notes. All right, So remember, another step, after you got your guide words and your process parameters, okay, then you can determine what is the consequences of your fault, okay, your safeguards, recommendation, and so on. Okay, so this is the table that you need to fill in during your HAZOP studies. Okay, so you need to fill in all these blank, okay, during your HAZOP studies. Okay, there are many examples of HAZOP table. Okay, we will look a few of these example. Okay, this is another example of your HAZOP form. Okay, you have your study notes, process parameters, and your guide words. Okay, this is your guide words. So the combination of study note, process parameter, and your guide words will contribute to these possible causes, what the consequences of these faults or these hazards, and then the action required to prevent, or the recommendation that you make to prevent this fault or this hazard. All right. So these three parts will be determined by the unit process, but these three elements have to be filled by you. Okay, you need to think, brainstorm, what is the possible cause, what is the consequences, and the action required. In other words, these HAZOP studies also need your experience. Okay, based on your experience, a team experience, what will contributed by this deviation. Okay, so maybe some people think, okay, because of the increasing of temperature inside the inlet of a reactor, it will produce certain causes and consequences and blah blah blah. But for other people, maybe it will take two or three causes and will contribute to 3 or 4 consequences. Okay, so it depends on people how they interpret this fault or these hazards into a possible causes and consequences, and also their recommendation of action. Okay, we will look another example. Okay, this is another example. You have the flow parameters, deviation, what is the cause, consequence, safeguard, recommendation, okay, and justification. So basically, this is depend on you how you develop your HAZOP table. Okay, this one have consequences, type of hazard, the causes, safeguard, recommendation, and they have also a comment and some clearance. Okay, this one also have causes, consequences, and action required, and also some action to be taken by the authority or by the management. Okay, same goes to this table. Okay, they have the safeguard recommendation. They also have the justification for the causes and consequences, and also some action taken by management. Okay, so as you can see, this HAZOP table is not a fixed one. Okay, it's not a fix on the stone. That it based on your justification and your judgment on how you develop your HAZOP studies. Okay, it's based on your experience, based on your readings, based on your information, and so on. Okay, you already see the procedure and some example of your HAZOP studies. Okay, after this we will look into 2 or 3 examples how you can use your HAZOP table to make your HAZOP studies.